Alrighty. What is up, my dudes and dudettes? Today is another beautiful day, and I decided to work out for realsies, not deloading, because I feel really good. I feel like the fatigue is creeping on me, which is how I usually feel going into the final week, but my joints feel fine. My pec tendons, which are usually like these ones, which are usually one or the others, usually like super annoyed with me, feel fine. My knees feel fine. My elbows feel fine. Hips feel fine. And my lower back is the only thing that is like a little, sore. But hey, man, if you're powerlifters, if you know, that's just life. So yeah, life's good. Life's pretty good. Going to make my pre now. So I think for today we're going to be doing a similar thing like I did last Monday. I'll be doing a triple, and I think it'll be at like RP 8.5. Yep, we're going to do a triple at RP 8.5, and then we're going to do 2x3 at 82%, and then just do some light bench work like I usually do as a primer on Mondays, getting ready for tomorrow, and then just got some accessories, which I'm not going to film those. And then, yeah, so rest of the week is just kind of like upper RP, and then, yeah, I'm like pushing the intensity just a little bit more, because I feel good enough to do that, and it actually kind of works out in my favor because it's nicer that I deload next week, because I got some stuff, since I'm a senior in high school, I'm graduating, crazy, and then I've got a bunch of stuff going on for that. So there's some like ceremonies and stuff next week. So good thing I deload next week, so I don't have to worry about training and whatnot going into my, because it originally was going to be my first week back, but it'll be a deload. So everything should be pretty good chilling. The funny thing is the week that I'm graduating, or I guess my last week of school, is the first week of the first strength block, which is just crazy to me because it's like only 2 weeks away. It's like 3 weeks counting this week, but it's like, that's just weird. It's just weird to me. Oh yeah, I saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters yesterday because they re-released it back, and that is my favorite Star Wars movie. And let me just say, that was hype. That was hype. I got goosebumps. Shout out to my dad for taking me to see that. That was hype. That was really fun, actually. Okay, we got the citrulline malate, and we got the beta-alanine, per usual. Both are WADA approved. Life's pretty good. It is 3:07. I'm about to go lift. This is kind of the perfect time to lift for me. I'm thinking this week is going to be pretty good. I did not expect to be working out this week, so it feels kind of weird. Because I've been like doing 4-week blocks for the past I don't know how long. So now that I'm like working out a 4th week, can I count? Four? I'm holding the pill, that's why I can't do that. 4 weeks instead of 3 and then 1 deload. I feel weird doing it, but I feel fine. Like I don't feel like I should need a deload. So yeah. It's actually really interesting because I think the reasoning why I feel so good is because I started pulling sumo. Yeah. Because it's less fatiguing, especially for me, I think, because I was just like, my back was not having it, and I was just so fatigued. And I'd managed it for a while because I was able to do 3 weeks and then deload, and it worked. But after switching over to sumo, which I only did halfway through the block because I pulled conventional for the first week of this block, and then last week and the week before that, both I pulled sumo. And even though I even tweaked my back, but I recovered, and I feel great. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens going into future blocks, because my plan is I'm going to deload next week, and then do a 3-week intense, like really intense strength block. Hopefully really intense. I'm pretty sure the weights prescribed are pretty intense, so I'm thinking it'll be pretty pretty brutal. And then I'm gonna deload like crazy because I'm gonna go on vacation. So I'll be gone for like 10 days. So I'll deload and then I'll come back and then do a peaking 3-week phase. And then rest, meat week, and then meat. The meat. 200 mgs of caffeine. See you guys there.
One more than last time, is that right?
Whew.
You did 2 last time, and this is...
I did 3 last week, but this is 10 pounds more.
Oh.
This is 380. Well, top set was... That was great. That was actually great. Wow. 380 for 3. PR. PR, personal record for 3. My goodness, dude. And yeah, that was like RP 8.5, honestly. Because like, the first 2 reps, I barely felt my sticking points. The last one I felt it. But dude, it was just solid. It was so weird because like, I felt the fact that it was heavy. Like I could feel it on my shoulders, like walking out. I was like, it felt heavy, but like, I didn't feel like overwhelmed, if that makes sense. Like I just sat in the hole and got out 3 times. And I felt like I got pretty deep on all 3. So that's also really good. So, yeah, cannot be happier. That was sick. All right, now I'm gonna do back downs, a 2x3. I'm gonna do a 2x3 at 82%. I'm not sure exactly what that is. We're about to find out. That is 355. So 355 for 3. I'll do 2 sets of that. And then we got bench. Alrighty, well, really good session. Obviously I was like a little hesitant going into it because I haven't worked out 4 weeks in a row. Usually would be deloading right now, but I felt good enough, so I was like, you know what? Might as well try and squeeze a little bit, one more week of building, so I can have a better, because I was originally planning on doing a 4-week strength block next, but in hindsight, that would probably be a little bit too much. So yeah, I think that was a good idea. So far, feeling really good. Did 380 for 3, like RP 8.5, 8, somewhere around there. Really happy about that. That felt really good. Yeah, just trying to keep getting stronger. Bench primer went well today, just pretty basic stuff, but hopefully we're good and primed for tomorrow's bench session. I think I'm going to do a triple as well. Yep, a triple at RP 8.5. So I have no idea what that is right now, but I will probably calculate that tomorrow morning because that's what I like to do. I calculate it in the morning and I think about the number all day. And then, yeah. So, good stuff overall. I'm going to go do some more accessories. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's session. So today we got bench on the agenda. We got a triple at RP 8.5, so I think I'm probably going to do like 265 for 3. We'll see what happens with warm-ups. Probably I'm going to do 265 for 3, just because I know 100% sure I can get that. If I did 270 for 3, I feel like it'd be like RP 9, and I don't really want to be hitting anything crazy like that at the beginning of the week, because at the end of this week I got a 2x2 at 88%, which I think is like, it's like 270 for 2, so it's kind of the same as last week. I don't really want to like push it farther because I feel like I don't think I can do, if I do push it farther, it's going to be by 5 pounds. That's like the least I can push, that's the least amount of, that's the minimum amount of weight I have to put on the bar if I want to up it by anything. So I honestly think it's probably better I just keep it at the weights I did last week, because I'm a little bit more fatigued. So I'm going to get the stimulus I need without getting the unnecessary possible injury and more fatigue, like too much fatigue, I guess, if that makes any sense. Junk volume, basically. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to do 265 for 3 today, because I'm pretty confident in that. And yeah, I'm going to do some pause sumo deadlifts. I'll do a 4x3 at 75%. It's probably going to be somewhere like between 350 to 360. I've never done that much for paused. I honestly might do 345 because that seemed to be a good weight last week, so I might just do that. And then, yeah, then I got some accessories. So yeah, I'm gonna get to doing that now. What is it?
It's for you.
It's for me?
Yeah.
Well, that second rep wasn't very good. My grip is starting to slip when I'm getting to higher reps, so I'm just gonna use these because I'm doing 3 more sets of this. I'm not trying to wear my grip out before Friday because we're gonna go a little bit heavier probably. We'll see. All right, so that went pretty well. The straps definitely were very helpful on the pause deads. Yeah, I think the biggest thing for that I've been trying to fix and you know, kind of be more critical of is pausing. Actually pausing. It's kind of a running joke in the powerlifting industry. If you have to label it pause, then you're probably not pausing. So the first couple sets weren't as good. I feel like I was just slowing down rather than pausing. That last set I think was pretty good because I was able to pause for at least a second and then lock it out, which was good. And last week I think I did 345 for 3, and then today I did 355 for 3 for all 4 of those sets, so it's also pretty good. And at this rate, I'm supposed to have also a top double on Friday at RP 8.5, so I'm probably gonna go more than I did last week because I did 435 for 2 last week. This week I might be able to do 4. I think I'll be able to do 440. But 445 is what I might be like, maybe, so we'll see. The bench, fine, a little bit slower this week. I did the same weight I did last week, but it definitely was a little bit slower, which was kind of expected because my my pecs are feeling more fatigued than they were last week, which is just makes sense. I'm benching every single session, so I got a lot of volume going for it. So yeah, pretty solid stuff all around. And on Thursday I got my volume session, got some squats and a bench, both pretty light, pretty, you know, just for volume. And then Friday we got big deads and somewhat big bench. I'm probably going to also try and do 270 for 2 for my top set. I don't think I'm going to do a 2x2 at 88%, which is what that would be. I think I might do 270 for 2, and then I might do like, I don't know, something for the sillies. I might honestly do like 225 AMRAP because I've never done that before. And it's my last week of a building block, so I'm not really going to be able to do high rep stuff for the next 2 months basically. So I kind of want to do that because it'd be kind of fun. So we'll see. I'll just think about it. I got about 3 days to decide. So yeah. And then yeah, that's about it for today's session. I'm going to go do some accessories. But I'll see you guys on whatever session is next that I film. Alright. All right, well, that did not go as planned. Although, honestly, this is really interesting because, man, my eyes, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh, my eyes, oh my eyes. No, it's just interesting because, it feels so comfy. Like, I feel like the weight's super easy. The problem is, I feel like I'm treating it more like a squat. So I'm not crying, okay? It's a smelling salt. It's smelling salts. I'm not that salty about I'm not that salty about missing the lift. I feel fine. My legs feel fine. It's just my head. Last Friday I bursted. I don't know if you can see in my eye this blood vessel. So like whenever I try and what is it called? Brace. Whenever I brace, it just is like terrible. But I felt fine off the ground, felt fine. I just was not able to lock it out. It just was like, it wasn't like it was just like painful. It wasn't like it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like when you're not strong enough, right? You just can't do it. And so I just wasn't able to get the lockout. I think it's just, I was too slow off the ground. But it is like, as far as like my weak points, my legs are not the weak point anymore. It is just my back, entirely my back. And my grip a little bit, surprisingly, because my grip has actually never been a problem up until now. But, dude, that was 450 on the bar, so it's kind of insane. I'm thinking I think I got like a 2x2 at 80%. So I think what I'm gonna do, I guess that's 405. 405 for 2. I'll just do that, it's fine. I am not super bummed because I actually wasn't supposed to be working out this week anyways. But, you know, still kind of annoying. The thing is, I know I could have gotten that. I just should have been more explosive off the ground. I think that's kind of my biggest thing I need to work on, obviously. But yeah, I'm just going to try and reinforce that on this 2x2 for 4 or 5. For the top set, I probably should have done 440 or 445 because last week I did 435 for 2, and that was like RP 8.5. But I just felt really good going into the warm up, so I was like, you know what? But it's interesting because I was trying to, like, I wasn't able to lock it out. Like, I was fine off the ground, and the problem is I think I was too slow off the ground. So I didn't build enough momentum to lock it out. And it's interesting because on this set I just did, 4 or 5 for 2, the first rep was too slow, so it was harder to lock out. Then the second rep, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and really attack this and go faster. But as I did that, it wasn't controlled, like the previous rep. And you can see me wobble, also because I'm mixed grip, so it's like trying to go this way a little bit. So that was very interesting. I got one more set of this. I'm going to try and control it and, and be explosive at the same time, which are kind of opposites, but I think it's possible for them to coexist somehow. So, we'll see what happens. That was better. I think I was just forgetting to wedge. I think I was just forgetting to wedge properly. So like, pull the slack, go in, and then press, or pull, I guess. So, good. That last rep at the end, I got off balance. But little by little, we're getting there. All right, I'm a bench now. I think I'm just gonna work up to hopefully 270 for 2 like I did last week. But I'm definitely a little bit more fatigued now, so we'll see what happens. You know what, I could have done 275 for 2, but I I did not want a repeat of what happened earlier, so I didn't do it. But I definitely could have. Oh well. Better to be safe than sorry. I was gonna do 225 AMRAP, but I actually just, you want to do like some good strength training, so I'm gonna do 255 for 3. I'm gonna do 2 sets of that. Alrighty, well, that marks the end of the main lifts. I'm gonna go to accessories, but I'm not gonna film those. Just doing some barbell rows and some incline bench, maybe some RDLs if I'm feeling like it, but the main thing is barbell rows and incline bench. End of the block. This block has definitely been the most interesting block I've had in a very long time. Just because also, 1, started sumo, second week into the block. 2, started a new split, second week of the block as well, which was very interesting. Tweaked my back, then I recovered, which is awesome. Came back for week 3 after being recovered, was, you know, kind of worried, I was just kind of cautious of everything going on, worried something bad might happen. But squats went really well, deadlifts went really well. I hit a PR in deadlifts, didn't film it though. I mean, now that I think about it, I've never actually filmed a top set on sumo yet, because, well, a successful top set, I'll say, because today I didn't do a successful top set, and last Friday I didn't film it. So, hey man, I could just be lying to you guys right now. I'm actually like, I can't actually lift more than 405. It's the truth. So yeah, that went well, and then bench has been going well. Hit a PR last week, 270 for 2, which I did today too, which I arguably could have done 275, but whatever. Then I came back for 4th week, which is kind of the other thing that was kind of insane, because I felt so good that I decided to do another week just to kind of, alleviate some of my meet prep stuff, because next block I was planning to do 4 weeks of a strength block, which I wouldn't have been used to at all, and I was a little bit worried about that because it would feel like it'd be too long and I wouldn't be able to program it properly, so I'm able to actually really, maximize everything. So that's taken care of, so I was able to do another week, which is this week. Hit a PR on squat at the beginning of the week, 380 for 3. It was great. Then what did I do on bench? Bench was the same as last week. Sumo form is getting better. Then I had yesterday's session, which was a volume session. I didn't film it. And then today, deadlift didn't go well, top set. Which are, like, looking back on it, I think it's really just the fact that I wasn't pulling slack properly. I wasn't really thinking about that today. And the cool thing is that I didn't get hurt, because last time I didn't think about it, I got hurt 2 weeks ago. And then once I actually was trying to be more mindful about it on my back downs at 405 for 2, the last set went pretty well, because, at least the first rep, because I was able to pull slack and wedge properly. So yeah, form's getting better. None of the things that happened this block I didn't think was going to happen going into this block. I thought this was just going to be the final building block before the meet, like strength, like main meat of the meet prep, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, really, really happy with how this block has gone. It's actually pretty crazy looking back on it. So yeah, going into this meet, I feel pretty good actually. Everything's progressing good, if not better than I expected. And yeah, I feel like I'm going to be a much better lifter going into this next meet and into this next meet prep. The biggest thing I really am worried about, I think, is the fact that I'm going on vacation for like 10 days. So I want to make sure I am not going to be, I'm not going to be, I guess, like put off by that. I want to be able to come back and do the peaking phase really, really well. So I'm going to deload like crazy this next week. I don't have any insanely nagging injuries, so that is really, really nice. Just general, joint stuff like always happens at the end of my blocks, and some back stuff. So I'm just going to deload, eat good, sleep well, recover, and then we'll come back in 2 weeks for the start of the strength block, and we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty hyped. So yeah, and that's about it for today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Subscribe, like the video, comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions, and I will see you wonderful people in the next one. Bye-bye.